Hey, confessors, baby. How y'all doing this beautiful, I don't know whether to say Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, because it is 1:40 in the AM and I am up just getting to it. Now, I just have one thing to say first. Hey now, I'm here. Y'all have yet to see my face as I do one of these. I know y'all see me on my videos, but this is my first live stream showing my face. Any other time I'm at work, dropping some tea or doing something along those lines. And I'm at work. I ain't looking cute. And that's cute as I do right now, okay? And so I ain't trying to show my face. I be looking a hot mess and I be trying to be low key. And the setting ain't that cute where I be at. And the lighting is horrible and it does nothing for this chocolate skin. You know what I'm saying? So here I am. And I'm sorry it took me so long, but your queen is here. And let's get into some things. But before we do, I'm a woman of my word. And I said that I would shout out my new subscribers every episode, every video that I did. I didn't do it with the video with Tori because that was something for him and that wasn't the time or the place. You know what I'm saying? So I want to shout out my new subscribers that I appreciate because I appreciate every single one of y'all individually. So thank you to Mark Charlesworth, Philly Girl 30, Bina 112, Green Power, Isom J, Sheila W, Donna Cadigan, ND West, Janice Guillory, and Wild 1234. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for subscribing. Now, before we get into anything else, um, just want to let y'all know to make sure anyone else subscribe if you have not. And please like this video if you have not yet. And y'all know y'all can also find me on the Twitter, my loves. Yes, honey. And not only that, let me tell you where I grew up at on Instagram. Follow me if you have not, and you can find me under the same name on Facebook. Thank you kindly. Now, without further ado, let's get into Candy and the Gay, shall we? Now, okay, so it starts off with Brandon and Dom having a little date. Now, her hair was so cute, her dress was so cute, and Brandon was dressed to a T in a suit. Now, I am a sucker for men in a suit, and Brandon, he did that. He came fresh and ready. He was like, I'm about to get this girl. So they had their date, which was very cute. He asked her questions about her and what she was trying to do in life and all of that jazz. And she let him know, just like we found out last episode, dancing comes first. OLG comes second. Don't get it twisted. She said she wants to dance for Beyonce one day. He asked her if she wanted to be a choreographer. She said no, she ultimately just wants to go on tour and she wants to dance for Beyonce. Okay, girl, I hear you. Get that coin in that bag. And she can dance her ass off too. So if shit, she could do it. She could definitely do it. I ain't mad at her. So let's get into the highlights of this episode, shall we? So, what should we start off with? First of all, I was gonna wait to the end. No, I'm gonna wait to the end. Hopefully, I remember. So we learned a few things this episode about some people. Now, apparently, Brian and Torin did they thing once upon a time. I'm like, what? I said, what? Now, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they two good looking men. and they can dress their ass off and all of that good stuff. But apparently it didn't work out because Brian said, and this took me out too. I know I had to take y'all out when he said Torn was too big. I said, what you mean? He said he can't do that. That was too funny. He was like, this Torn. See what I'm saying? Brian is like my first favorite, and Torrin is right behind him. I can't stand either one of them. They are just too much. But I hope they fling it up again. That would be interesting to see in some good TV. So I'm here for it. I ain't mad at them. But can we also talk about how when Torrin came in, Don Juan said he looking like he going to Easter Sunday. He came in his Sunday's best, y'all. It is killing me. Lord mercy. But he cute though. You can't be mad at him. You cannot hate on Torrin. And y'all better not hate on Torrin. Don't you dare. So, okay, so this kind of threw me off for a second because okay, the whole time everyone was sitting at the dinner table when they all went out for drinks because Chandrika had invited everyone out for drinks after work. Sans Philip, who's got the personality of a wet mop, like a half wet mop. One of the mops that's just been sitting for a minute. It ain't all the way dry, but it's got some brittle and still like, ugh. Philip just needs to loosen up. Like, take the stick out of your ass, honey. Goodness gracious. But anywho, speaking of sticking his ass, we got to meet his boo thing, Felipe. I said, okay. Now, I did not know, or I didn't even get the fact if Philip could be gay or not. It never even crossed my mind. But they just threw Felipe in and sounded like, bam, here you go. Yep. And I was like, okay. But okay, now do your thing, Philip. I ain't mad at you, boo. So, anyways, back to the little dinner. So, as I was saying, did y'all catch the looks that Chandrika kept giving when who was it? When Patrick was talking about his girlfriend Safari. Let's see where they at. Yes, Patrick and Safari. That is his boo. That is his new lady. And I'm like, okay, what's really going on here? Because she kept giving the looks, and I'm like, why is she looking like that? And so, come to find out, Chandrika and Patrick had a situationship, as she calls it. And it lasted for about 4 months. And I'm like, 4 months? I guess that's what you could call a situationship, 4 months, because 4 months. So they did their thing for 4 months, I guess. And she said he was inexperienced and all of that jazz. So I guess after she left him, she met her boo. And they have been together for engaged and together. His name is June. They've been engaged and together for 2 years. They met on Tinder. And I'm like, what? Tinder? You know what? I have never been on none of those dating apps before. I just don't believe in them. But hey, she got her one. So do your thing, girl. I ain't mad at you. And he cute too. He's real cute. But you know what? Safari is cute too. And what makes it so crazy that Safari and Chandrika's birthday are on the same day. Like, how do you manage that, Patrick? You just attract that sign in that day? My nigga, what? Goodness. But Patrick is all types of fine, and he know he is. And he used to be a hoe, I guess, before he got with Safari. But Safari made him change his ways and let him know what a good thing is. And I ain't mad at you, girl. Yes. So That's them, and that's Chandrika and her fiance. But I could totally see what Chandrika and Patrick could assign each other because they both some two good looking people, and I fucks with it. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing that happened that had me, honey, let's go to when Torin and Philip finally met. Now, Philip is just what everyone don't want in a boss any damn way. And it looks like Torin was not having it. You know, Torin used to be there before and left after he said it was too much, but the way he left was not good. He left by just not showing up. That was like basically a no call, no show. And I'm sure that sticks with Philip because he's all do it by the books, you know, put your bootstraps on. He's going by the book and he ain't letting nothing slide. So I'm sure he probably thinking about that, like, you gonna do this again. So I don't blame him for that part. But Philip just got to loosen up. But Torin and Philip was not feeling each other because Philip was just sitting there on his laptop doing what he was doing. And then Torin came up in there looking looking around, trying to see what needs to be done and fixing everything. And I guess Philip didn't like the way he came up in there. And so it didn't come off good when they started talking. Now, Philip said he wanted to have a conversation with him and get to know him, what's up and like that. And so Torin was like, okay, but Torin was about his business. He was still trying to do his job. So he trying to talk, he multitasked, okay? So he's trying to talk and do his job at the same damn time. And Philip is just like, okay, but when I talk to people, I want to look them in the face and all of this shit. And I'm like, oh, goddamn. And so Taurus sits down, and you could just tell Torin is not having it. He's going to give him exactly how he feels about him. And he did. So he wasn't as cordial and great and inviting into him as one would think you would be when you first meet someone, especially your boss, manager, what have you, and you meet them for the first time. Having a professional conversation about business and whatnot. So freaking Philip asking him about what he about and what he's done and all of this stuff. And so Torin was like, okay, well, I told you all this about me, but I don't know what do you do? Who are you? And all this stuff. It feels like I don't need to tell you. I'm like, ugh, Philip, get on my nerves. He get on my nerves so bad. He really need, I don't know what he need. I would say a man, but he got one. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what to say. But that interaction was just the funniest. But not only that, Brian is not feeling Philip either. And they had their little thing back and forth for a second when Brian first came in. And Brian was like, what does this look like, a funeral home? That little OLG spot, it did look kind of want something else. So I don't blame him. But you know, Brian looked like he is all about the flair, the fashion, the ups and downs of everything, neon lights, what have you. And that looked like, ugh. So I don't blame him, child. But the thing of the night, the episode was when everyone got together to try to get everything together, figure it out between the two. Now you see Aunt Nora standing up, pointing at Kim, who's standing up. And you know, the way it started off, I thought it was gonna be Kim and Mama Joyce. But nah, Aunt Nora said, I got this. And she had it too. She was up pointing, look at her. It was just too much. They is too much together. And that was before Kim had stood up. But you see, and Nora stood up first. And then Kim was like, you ain't about to disrespect me. I was like, Lord, they all need to sit down before something happens. But then they tried to let it be. And as soon as Candy mentioned chicken, everybody seemed cool. Everybody was craved to eat, and that's all they needed. Chicken solves it all. So anytime something is going on, make sure you just got some chicken. Have it stand back and stand by because that's all it takes. But this was a really good episode. You learned a lot more about them. Now, just a little backstory if you haven't caught up with it. Kim is Candy's cousin and former OLG manager. And she got into it with Noor because I guess she was sticking up for Mama Joyce. But Mama Joyce said that she didn't like the fact that when Kim had left, she asked, all I want to know is who's coming with me? And Kim denied that she said that. So I don't know if it ever got addressed or whatnot, but that's how it ended. But that's how it's gonna go. And so I hope that they do get together by the end of the season. You know, you always need to come together at the end of the season so everything's cool and everything. But I am just really enjoying this show, and I just can't wait for the next episode. And that's what's up. So that is it, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all much longer. I think I showed all my clips, but one more time, let's get this Easter Sunday. Can you hear me? Oh my goodness, that is just too much. But make sure y'all have subscribed. And make sure y'all is following me on the Twitter, honey. And you know my hometown is Instagram, and that's where you can find me. And under Facebook, under the same name. You hear me? Okay, so remember I said I was going to wait to the end? I said I was going to show you something, but I wanted to wait to the end, right? Okay. Tell me y'all don't see it. Tell me y'all don't see it. Look at that. That is Rashard. Okay? Now, that is Rashard on the right in the black suit. And that is Rusty Simmons on the left. Tell me you don't see it. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't see it. I need to know if y'all see it. Let me know in the comments. I saw it. I'm like, who do he look like? He looked like somebody, and bam, there it was. It just came to me. I'm going to show y'all one more time. Tell me y'all don't see it. Tell me y'all don't see it. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. I just took some water pills, y'all. I have had to pee like since 2 minutes in. That's probably why I'm over the top right now because I'm trying to hold it in. But I got to release y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Y'all make sure y'all come back. I should be back on here. If don't nothing pop off by Saturday, which I'm sure it will because this is a crazy world, I won't be back until Saturday. And Saturday, I will be here with the lovely Miss Mod Afro Mama. And we will be doing Love and Marriage Huntsville after the show, the premiere episode has aired, which it airs at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I haven't made a flyer yet, but I'm thinking maybe 9:30 we will come on here and get into it. But also don't miss us before the show at 7 o'clock Eastern time on Instagram. But you could come here because I'm more salacious over here and I can say more of what I want to say and talk how I want to talk because my mouth ain't ladylike. And I can't do too much on Instagram because I ain't trying to be blocked. I need to make sure I ain't blocked right now. So if I am, then y'all see me here after the show. But hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all have a good night. And I am out this nasty thing.